So we had one of our brothers that, is got served some divorce papers. And, that's always a hard thing to deal with, especially, when you have children. Let's review it.
This is day 85 since my wife filed for divorce papers.
And 75% of divorces are filed by women. They the main ones want to get married, but they the ones that want to get out of it so fast. And you wonder why a lot of men don't want to get married. But let's continue.
Again, I let it be known then that I did not want a divorce.
And most men don't want to be divorced. Most men want to stay with their wives. Once again, only 25% of divorces are filed by men.
The papers actually arrived last week. And when I got them, we was at the house repairing the house because we had a house fire. So I'm in there fixing it. The cop knocks and she's actually over there counting pieces of wood for what's going to be put in the roof. I said, yeah, this is me. He's like, well, you both here? I'm like, yeah, we both here. Sorry, man, just another broken home.
See, you heard the constable said, sorry, man, another broken home. But let me tell you something, fellas, about that. Most of the time when these women just trying to get out of these marriages, not because you were, beating on her or, out here just running in all these different women, cheating and all that. Not something like that, right? Just, I don't feel like, really being with you no more. The no fault divorce, that sort of thing. Now, and most of these people act like they say they believe in God, right? We're talking about the black community. In the scriptures that teach is really only one way, maybe two ways to get out of a marriage, which is cheating they will say cheating basically, or, abuse, things like that. Things are just wrong. Right. But if it's not that, you're breaking the marriage covenant for no reason. And just because these folks could say you break the marriage covenant doesn't mean God say it's okay to break the marriage covenant. Okay. This is why you never have success in your relationships after the fact, because you broke a marriage covenant and it wasn't for the right reasons before the Lord, right? This is why these women don't have great relationships. No man want to marry they behind. They end up hitting the wall and all kind of other things that happen to them, and they still don't have nobody. So let's continue.
On my feeling, this is honestly one of the worst times I ever imagined would be happening in my life. And it's not because of the divorce anymore. With the home insurance claim for the fire claim, we got a big check to repair the house and she forged my name on it, sent it to the mortgage company and had them send it back to her in just her name, and has been acting crazy ever since. Why I tell so much information? Because this is the cold, hard facts of divorce that I never knew would happen. We was never rich. We always worked decent, but then to see.
You heard that foul stuff that woman done? Whoo, boy, I tell you, fellas, please be careful before you get married.
Now somebody acts whenever they suddenly get a big check. It's been crazy. And now she's talking about, I don't care how long we've been married. I'm trying to keep the house. I want to keep all the content money. She asked for sole custody of my daughter, which she said she was going to do joint, but she filed for sole custody. She filed for child support, even though I make less than her. Then she also filed for me to pay her divorce attorney fees whenever I did not file the divorce.
Oh my God.
You hearing that, fellas? Those of you who are not married, do you hear what your brother going through? You hear it. Ladies, this is the reason why a lot of you are not going to get married. Is because of stories like that that's been leaked. Listen, this woman doing what's legally okay to do. She's not doing anything illegal in the family law code. When men see these stories, this man say after 5 years she switched up on him. And look what she's trying to do, trying to take his daughter away. That man's going to go through something at the end of that divorce because he's not going to have his daughter with him. And most men, like I said, their daughters is their world. And this is what you're going to do? Shh. And then another thing in the back of his mind, what man she going to be bringing around my child later down the line? And you got a daughter. You don't know if this man is some sort of criminal If he fooled children or whatever, you're not there to protect your child.
So I filed paperwork back. She also tried to claim since my daughter had an Indian card that it was in Indian courts. That's what her attorneys did. In divorce custody cases, the Indian Welfare Act does not apply. So I won that part so far. But since she asked for divorce fees, I asked for alimony. Now she says she's going to attack me and say she got people looking. You already know how I get down, and you already know I'll bring my peoples. Like, don't play that. It's getting crazy. Whenever it should be peaceful, you ask for a divorce, and now you're not being peaceful, and now you want to try to fight me for my daughter. It's just evil right now.
Yes. That is the right word. It's evil. It is evil, bruh. Them women can become so evil on you and like, what did I do? You know, like, what did I do to deserve this? You know what I'm saying? They just want to, but I'm telling you, brother, you're going to be greater later. Listen to me. You're going to be greater later because you're going to learn from this situation, because the red flags for her were already there, but you overlooked it. Unfortunately, and a lot of men, we overlook the red flags. A lot of these women that, you know, being shady, you know, sort of things that was wrong in her character, they was already there, brother. But now you're just seeing the brunt of it. But I will tell you, you'll be greater later. You know, it's going to hurt at first, but make sure you're there for your daughter. Always be there to get her, pick her up, fight for expanded custody of your daughter every way you can. Because, you know, houses you can replace, cars you can replace, clothes, anything else you can replace. But you always fight for that relationship with your child. You understand? And make sure that, you know, even you could put in the court paperwork in some states that she can't live outside of the county. I would do that. I would say she can't live outside the county. In other words, my child gonna always be here. Now, if you want to leave, then my child be here with me. But this is why a lot of men say, if it's a big if I get married, I want an ironclad prenuptial agreement. But with prenuptial agreements, child support can't get put in there. So she can still get you on that. But the family court system in America was destroying marriages. It's destroying it. It's destroying the household. All this single motherhood and broken families, you know, like the police officer said, another broken home. Don't need to be having a bunch of broken homes in our community. Children need their mother and their father. That's what they need. Selfish female. But you know what? I think this brother will be okay later. He'll meet a great woman later. He'll learn from his mistakes, but he'll be all right. But y'all let me know what y'all think about our brother here. Like I said, it's just, I hate to see our brothers go through stuff like that. When especially you want to be with your family, you don't want to be away from them, but hey, you have to let that woman go, because that way, you know, the woman that God wants you to have, like I said, you'll meet her.